Girlfriends wants to explore before she marries me. Hey all, how it began. Girl I used to work with says she wants to start hanging out. I had a small crush on her but she had a boyfriend about the time, August 2020. We worked together and always laughed and I really loved her personality. It just sucked she had a boyfriend. I knew better to invest anything into a girl with a relationship. So I removed myself and I never took action to ask her to hang out or anything. Fast forward to May 2021. Girl and I are texting a lot. I helped deliver flowers for Mother's Day so I asked her if she wanted to tag along. It was really fun. We both ate Popeyes for the first time and I started to get feelings for her. The next day after delivering flowers, I went to Florida for a visit to family and then in the same week the girl went to Cancun or some part in Mexico. We snapped the whole time and when we got back we couldn't wait to see each other. We both get back in town and start smoking and going for rides every single day. At this point she is just my best friend. She comes over early June and we are doing our thing being best friends, smoking, listening to music. She suggests we go in the hot tub. We do, and she tells me that her boyfriend kicked her out of her house because she has bad depression and he can't handle it. Before this moment I knew they were on a break. But she was clear and said they were broke up and the plan was to see other people for the summer and then get back together in August 2021. I am like, whoa, this is sick. I can sex this girl without feeling guilty. Anyways we come inside and she suggests we sleep in a big tent in my backyard. We sleep and only cuddle and it's very romantic for no reason. I wake up and I just kiss her. I just had the urge. It was perfect. We had sex for the first time and it was great. Everyday form there forward was us getting closer as friends and having great sex. The plan in the end was her to get back together with X. She told me not to fall in love. I am very in control of my feelings. Months go by. I love this girl but I'm not in love with her. It would be so easy to be in love with her. We are soulmates. Every day is fun and exciting and we never get sick of each other. It's been months. It's the end of July 2021. During this time, girl is still in love with X. She wants to be with him. She texts him and makes plans to have sex. I just feel like side thing. She is my best friend and I love her. I get hurt when she has sex with X. But she always comes back to me. End of July 2021 goes by and I take her to Florida for family. We have a great vacation. The plan is for her to start dating her ex when we get back home. She tells me while we are on vacation, I am disappointed you never fell in love with me. She wanted me to. I took care of her better than anyone ever had. Her depression was gone. I had cured her and she knew if she got back with her ex she would return to the bad place she was before. I was the only reason she became happy again. Ex-boyfriend is pos racist skinny white conservative drunk. Dude is just the worst. He is a lying manipulative person. With evidence. We get back from Florida. Girl gets back together with X. It is awful. She cries because she doesn't like being with X and she not with me. She calls me every day because she's afraid to lose me. We hang out all the time. We actually have a really weak instance where we had sex while they were dating. I say dating as in they didn't see each other once and their relationship was merely texting a couple times a week. She knew she wasn't happy. X knew she wasn't happy. Girl was very confused because she wanted to be with X. She was very sad that that future will never be. That X messed with her head very bad. They had dated almost 2 years. Girl is very bipolar depression and X is no help and they always would drink and fight. Girl tells me she wants nothing to do with X or me. I told her that I love her. That I am in love with her. That I will wait as long as it takes for her to be ready to date because we are soulmates. Actual soulmates. I told her how strong my love was and I won her over eventually. My prevailing love won. I love this girl so much it beat whatever sadness I had when she was with her ex instead of me. She ends up taking X to dinner and breaking things off. She wants me. She is mine. It is very rough at first after the breakup. She missed him. And loved him still. She felt very guilty for the entire summer and then breaking up with him. It wasn't part of the plan. She starts getting over it. We keep hanging out every day. She says she loves me. We are going to get married and have kids. It feels amazing. She is getting over her ex. It's great. A month goes by. It's October 2021 now. We have been officially dating for about a month. She tells me one day that she misses her ex. It came out of nowhere. I ask her if she's been texting and talking to her ex. She says no. Few days later I get a text from a friend. Friend said girl has been texting X. I confirm with girl. Girl says yes, it's true. I am mad she lied. I demand to see the texts. She says she will show me but not now. I wait until she sleeps and go through her phone. It's not that bad. She says she is scared she might make a mistake and break my heart by going back to X. Also a late-night phone call happened. I was not happy. I talked to girl. I told her I'm not mad that she still has feelings for X. I'm mad she lied. I told her I don't like her staying up texting X. It's not right. We talk it out and things are okay. We go have a very nice day at the mall. We had another good day today. But as we are drinking. Girl says she has always wanted to have sex with a black guy. I am a very comfortable straight white man. I'll admit a guy is hot and I know what turns me on. But I am sure that if she has sex with anyone in general I will not be turned on. She told me to go have sex with another girl to make it even. She asked me would it be better if she has sex with a black guy now or later. She wanted to get married still. This is just something on her bucket list. It makes me really uncomfortable to let my girl go like this. She wants to be single pretty much. Then she said she wants to win my love back. She knows it's going to hurt me. She wants to be single for 2 weeks. She wants me to try to get on Tinder and have sex with another girl. That isn't something I want. This girl is all I want. It makes me sad that she wants to be with someone else and be single for 2 weeks. I am trying to be confident and masculine about the situation. I told her I won't like it. But I just want her to be happy. I told her I can't be sure if I will want to remain in a relationship with you if you want to have sex with other people. I get that some people like to get urges out before getting married. Like at bachelor or bachelorette parties. However, I just feel awful. The thought of her having sex with someone else won't leave my head. I don't understand why she needs to do that. I would like some different point of views. I don't know if I can marry a girl that would do something like that to me. Could something like that make my relationship better, ever? We are both 22. My guy. You deserve way better. Don't marry her, bro. Save yourself some heartache later. Leave her, bro. There's like a million red flags. Just cause you have fun together doesn't make you soulmates. Try and stay friends or FWB if you think it can stay casual. Do not marry her. She wants to sleep around. She doesn't want you, so break up with her since you deserve way better. Dog. Why are you even talking about marriage? This is just a pile of nonsense and she sounds ridiculous. I had cured her. No, you didn't. We are soulmates. No, you aren't. She is mine. No, she isn't. I was the only reason she became happy again. Codependency. Very bipolar. You're letting your unrealistic expectation of a fairy tale romance blind you from the fact that you're pursuing a whirlwind marriage with an untreated bipolar girl who can't handle a month's worth of commitment. I don't think either of you are ready for a relationship. Kick this chick. She is not for you, friend. Don't marry her. Dude. Just don't. If she needs to explore herself out there when she already has you, then it shows already where she belongs, to the streets. Don't throw away your future on this girl. Time to start letting go and move on. This is messy. Girlfriend thinks she is 80% the reason for my success and got mad when I told her she not. I have been dating my girlfriend for about 3.5 years now. I am 29 and she is 28. Overall our relationship is great and we have a good dynamic. Today we hosted some family members because I got a huge promotion. While her mum was congratulating me, she said something along this line, that she is 80% the reason for what I have achieved in life. To this, I just said, yeah, you wish. After this, she has been pretty mad at me that I don't appreciate her, which is not true. I do appreciate her and acknowledge her help, but 80% seems a bit too much to me. To be fair to me, it's me who has a double master's and an ACCA qualification. It is also me who has worked 85 hours a week for the last 4-5 years. To her, I am trying to take away her sacrifices and just being an ungrateful douche. It's not like she stayed back and hurt her career for mine. She did also work towards her but only got a bachelor's and has worked 35-40 hours a week for the duration of our relationship. I see this as a little red flag, not enough to end the relationship, but I would like to get the credit where I deserve it. She says we can talk when I am ready to acknowledge what she has done for me fairly, which to her is again 80%. How TF should I deal with this? My mom thinks that I should just agree with her if that makes her happy, but I don't think that's fair to me. Any advice, opinion on my relationship? And #X200B. English is not my first language, so please forgive the spelling and grammatical errors. And #X200B. And #X200B. Edit. Looks like I need to add some info because this is being asked again and again. We don't live together. We had planned to move in together but due to COVID, we couldn't. We did help each other financially like loaning each other money but was for like 3 months at a time. I don't why some people here think I'm trying to flex working 85 hours a week but I'm not. It was info that I thought was essential to give context in the post. 85 hours is no flex but I had to do it to turn my life around. Me saying above that, she only has a bachelor is just in comparison for the sake of this post and to give context. I've not and ever shitted on her achievement and considered them inferior to mine nor have I ever claimed 80 of what she has achieved. To be honest, if she wouldn't have quantified it, I would have no problem with it like I myself say this that I couldn't have done it without her but 80% now come on. People also seem interested in why and how I work so much. Well, I have a job one of us does which is 40 hours 6 days a week and I was also trying to get my business started with my brother on which I worked 40–45 hours 7 days a week. If you average this out this is equal to 12.5 hours 7 days a week. All that being said I couldn't leave one or the other. I needed my job to pay bills and have money while I also wanted to get the business established so I could chill a little. Right now I think I just have to keep this up for a couple more years to get everything where I want it. And #X200B. Edit 2. I did mention this in another comment. The things she has done from my POV and that I know she did are being emotionally there. She loaned me a significant amount of money once on short notice which I paid back to her in 3 months. I have done the same for her. She also takes care of my dog once or twice every 2 months when I'm out of the city and I'm grateful and thankful to her for these. My house chores, cooking, cleaning, and laundry situation is different than most. My neighbor has a catering business and I have worked out a plan with them for 3 meals a day. I also have a maid that comes 2 times a week so my place is in living condition and not a pile of shit. I do my own laundry like I should. Do you live together? It's so weird that she specified a percentage. Why does she think that? What did she do that she thinks she's the reason for your achievements? Did she work for you? Did she study for you? I don't get it at all. Skeptical smiley face. Okay, look, 2 things. 1. She shouldn't diminish your hard work and achievements and claim responsibility for your successes. But 2. You're diminishing her achievements. Quote, but only got a bachelor's and has worked 35–40 hours a week for the duration of our relationship. This is not a relationship. This an adversarial competition and it's toxic. You both need to readdress your priorities and work as a team. Not, your success is my success and I'm going to diminish all that you do. Toxic. What sacrifices does she think she made? I'd think twice about ever living with or marrying her unless you want to lose everything you own. Maybe she's just bad at math. Wow. You're 29. She's been in your life 3 years. Yet she's 80% responsible for all your success in life. Doesn't leave much room for your parents or you. The ultimate Mr. Beanslacker who apparently stumbles around all day not getting anything actually done. What I see here comes down to she has to have credit, attention, limelight on her. She can't have anyone else receive recognition, accolades, a moment in the sun and must make it about her. To this end she feels she also has to push others down. She sounds tiresome. If she's the type to constantly talk about what she does, sacrifices, contributes, especially when it's not extraordinary, and tallies up on a scorecard that is not a collaborative partner. A close friend messed around with me while I was passed out, and I'm debating telling my boyfriend. I, 19F, have been with my boyfriend, David, 21M, almost 4 years and met a new friend, Chris, 22M, a few months ago. Where I live, it's legal for David and Chris to drink, but not for me, so I had never drank before. Chris offered for me to drink with him twice, which was fun and there were no red flags. He suggested we drink more alcohol for the 3rd time, and I said sure again. The first 2 times were in public, but the 3rd time was just us. After we finished our drinks, I kept zoning in and out of consciousness. I have very few memories around this point, but he suggested we go to his car in case it got to the point he would need to carry me. I stood up, vomited everywhere, and started crying, I think. He was really nice about it and gave me a hug, so I felt safe to go with him. The next thing I remember is waking up in the backseat of his car with one of his hands up my shirt and the other taking off my pants. My brain was so foggy it took me a minute to process what was happening, and even longer to remember how to talk. After he realized I was awake, I estimate he asked to have sex with me 5–10 times. I said no to all and tried pushing him away with little luck. He asked to use his fingers instead and I said sure since it sounded like a better option than the first. I remember him helping me back to my car afterwards and telling me he hopes neither of us remember in the morning. Surprise, I remember. I confronted him the next morning and told him I regretted it. He first tried to convince me it was a dream, a joke? Unsure. Then said we were both basically sober when it happened, we drank the same amount, so he may have been but I was not. Then said he didn't regret it and was upset that I did. We are assigned partners for a club project, so I'm not looking forward to seeing him 3x a week for the rest of the year. Underscore, 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 underscore. Here's what I need advice with. I don't know what kind of label to put on this. I'm unsure if this was sexual assault since I technically consented, but I was drunk, passed out, and said, sure, instead of, yes, if that makes a difference. Also, the word, sexual assault, seems too serious for what happened, since I know he could have done worse had he wanted to. Even if the part 1 technically consented to wasn't, is waking up to him touching my chest considered sexual assault then? I'm also unsure if I should tell my boyfriend David. David has anxiety and depression, which has always gotten worse if I mention talking to a guy. He's currently in one of the worst downturns I've seen in a while, and I'm worried what will happen if I tell him about this. At the same time, what happened feels like cheating a bit and I think it might be wrong to keep it from him instead. David knew I went out drinking with Chris all 3 times and said it didn't bother him, but I know that telling him about what happened after the drinking would make his depression way worse. Underscore, 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 underscore. Too long did not read. I drank too much with a close friend of mine, Chris, and lost consciousness in the back of his parked car. I woke up to him touching me and removing my clothing. I told him no to sex 5-10 times, then eventually caved and said, sure, for fingers only. I don't know what label to put on this sexual assault. A bad decision. And am worried that telling my boyfriend of 3 years, David, will worsen his depressive episode, although he may have the right to know. Advice? Chris is not a friend. You need to tell David. Make sure you have all the important things. Being unable to walk, blackout drunk, alone in his car and saying no to sex multiple times. In my country saying yes, which you didn't, while being drunk is not consent, no matter what Chris says. With that in mind I would go to the police. Edit. Word and added text so that my point is not misunderstood. Are you sure this dude didn't just drug you and took advantage of you? 'Cause this is sounding shady as hell that a couple of drinks did that to you. It's sexual assault. He was already assaulting you when you were unconscious. Later the consent is obtained through coercion or fear. For the consent you gave, I'm not clear which one it is, but in any case, it's null. So it's still assault when you were conscious. You can report him if you want. And it would be good to stay away from him. You were in no position to consent, so it was sexual assault. I think he may have spiked your drink. It is kind of weird that you had such an extreme reaction to the drinks and he did not. Not only did he sexually assault you, but it sounds like he drugged you too by spiking your drink. Please seek help and report him to the police. Holy shit, this has sexual assault written all over it. You should probably see a therapist because once it hits you that you were actually sexually assaulted, you're definitely going to need some healthy coping mechanisms that a therapist can provide. Cut off all contact with that creep. He knew exactly what he was doing and to me it sounds premeditated. IDK if the cops are reliable where you live, or I'd say file a police report, but as a sexual assault victim myself I understand how hard that can be. Keep your head up op. Sexual assault. Not even close. Getting a minor drunk and groping them is wrong for so many reasons. Chris is not a friend to you or David. I don't know what you mean by club project, but, if you aren't going to report him to the authorities, which you should but may have your reasons not to, ideally, tell him to quit the club or, alternatively, make clear that you need new partner for personal reasons involving uncomfortable interactions. This sounds planned on his part. He invited you to drink, made sure it was the two of you. You were in and out of consciousness. That sounds like date rape. Drugs have been roofied before and it was very much like that. Vomited without warning despite drinking nowhere near my alcohol tolerance limit. Woozy, then that in and out phase for ages. He got you isolated in his car. He wasn't planning to ask you for consent, he was already undressing and touching you. One no should have been enough at any point and he kept pushing. He told you he hoped you didn't remember. You have been raped, and I'm very sorry this happened to you. I think everyone else has given you the advice you need, so I'll just say to be strong and think about your own health and safety first and foremost. Update. She was cheating on me with her FWB. 2 years and $100,000 down the drain. Here is my original post. Yeah, so like I said, her FWB is an engineer that works for Citi. He is a black man in a part of town that is almost all white, so he sticks out pretty well. Anyways, through some digging I was able to get in contact with him. I actually messaged him on LinkedIn. But after some back and forth we exchanged numbers. Turns out he literally stays 10 minutes away from me. Anyways, we met for a drink and I couldn't hold my emotions, just fucking crying like hell. He was really calm and stuff. I asked if he had any proof and he said he deletes all their text message. We went to his car and he texted her. Immediately she started typing back to him and stopped after like 15 seconds of typing. She responded and said, "Are you alone? Can you talk?" He called her and she said she can't see him anymore as she is about to be engaged. He literally winked at me as to see. Check this out, started talking to her sexy. She tried stopping him and after a few minutes she said she doesn't know if she can ever stop sexing him. He asked if he can see her later that same night, and she said she is not sure. Jesus SMH. When he hung up I cried like a complete bitch. We went back to his house, talked some more. He actually offered me some weed. I smoked for the first time in 9 years, haha, but it was worth it. I needed it. I haven't cried like this. Ever. She is hooked on him and is settling for me. Including the down on the house I put in vacations and helping with her student loans, I estimated I've spent about $105,000. This is a nightmare. I learned that she literally had sex with him willy-nilly for the past year. She claimed we broke up to him. Yes, we had a week break like a year ago, but we never broke up. Just a rotten liar she is. I texted her that I'm done with her and she called me and just gave the same bullshit she has giving me the last 2 years. She wants to meet up to dinner to talk, but I'm not ready to see her. She claims she hasn't had sex with him in 2 months, like that is something she should receive a medal for. So irritating. By the way, I know I went on a rant about black men and white women earlier. I'm not a racist, my emotions just caught up with me. I apologize. Thank you all so much, man. I appreciate you all. I called my dad crying and told him everything. I can't tell my mom or she will have a stroke. She loves my girlfriend like her own daughter. I appreciate you all. Dating is about finding someone compatible to make a lifelong commitment. Do not settle. Choose wisely. Ask her to pay you back for those. Time to move on to bigger and better things. You deserve better and she is now behind you. This is the best thing that has happened to you, as you have wasted enough time on someone that is not deserving of you. This shows that you are capable of love and commitment. A lot of great women want that. Go get 'em, tiger. Ask her to pay back the student loan, and I know you love her, but you must admit you want the person you thought she was and not the liar and cheater. Ask her to pay back your loans and you want to sell the house, but you are getting the down payment back that you put in out of the profits. If you sell it for a loss, then take the down payment off your share and make sure you talk to a lawyer. Make sure you provide any evidence to a lawyer. How the fuck are people so casual about cheating on the people they claim to love? Like how? I'm so sorry, op, but at least you found out before marrying her. Not sure if it's been suggested already, but get tested for STDs. By the way, her FWB is player and has an abundance mindset. Meaning she is just a piece of meat to him to call whenever he needed something. You were her plan B and emotional tampon. Get to the gym, journal, and be the best you can be. Make her sorry she let you go. Why does he delete her messages? Who is he cheating on? Jesus, paying off someone else's student loan when you've only known each other 2 years? Big yikes. It's a harsh life lesson, but I hope you start feeling better soon. It'll all be okay. Did you ask the FWB if he has been tested, since I'm guessing she was barebacking him?